Hello everyone, welcome to our brand new 30 days SQL learning series. If you are a beginner, a student, a working professional or someone preparing for data engineering, data analytics, software development or database interviews, this series is designed for you. Over the next 30 days, we will learn SQL step by step from the basic to advanced concept, okay, with practical examples, interview questions and hands-on demonstration. By the end of this series, you will have a strong foundations in SQL and the confidence to work with real-world database. Let's begin our SQL learning journey. So guys, SQL introductions. First is SQL introductions. So what is SQL? So SQL, what is SQL? You should know. SQL means structured query language, okay. Structured query language, okay. So SQL is the standard language used to communicate with relational databases, okay. So it allows user to create databases, store data, retrieve informations, update records and manage database object efficiently, okay. Just remember this. What is SQL? SQL is a structured query language. So next questions, why? This is very important. Why learn SQL? Why learn SQL? So used by data engineer, data analyst, data scientist, software developers and database administrator, okay. So SQL is used by data engineer, data analyst, data scientist, software developer and database administrator, okay. That's why we should learn SQL. And next point is one of the most in demand skill in the IT industry, okay. So SQL is one of the most in demand skill in the IT industry. SQL requires for data analysis, okay. SQL required for data analysis, reporting, business intelligence and application development, okay. It is required for data analysis, reporting, business intelligence and application development. And SQL is easy to learn but extremely powerful, okay. It is easy to learn, okay, but it is powerful. So next question is why can you what can you do with SQL? What can you do with SQL? See, with SQL what you can do is create database and tables. You can create database and tables, okay. Insert, update and delete record. Insert, update and delete records, okay. Next what you can do, retrieve data using queries, okay. Filter and sort data, okay. Join multiple tables, okay. Perform calculation and aggregations, okay. Perform calculation and aggregations, okay. Next, create views and store procedure, SP, store procedure, okay. Next, manage user. I am writing here this side. Next point, okay. Manage user and permission. permissions. Okay, next is optimize query performance. Optimize query performance. Okay, this is the point of this. So next is, just a minute. So guys, next is, what is databases? What is database? So what is database? A database is an organized collection of related data that can be stored, managed and retrieved efficiently. Okay, so database is an organized collection of related data that can be stored, managed and retrieved efficiently. Okay, so for example, you can see example like a school database stores what it will store? Student details, teachers, courses, fees. A school database stores students, teacher, courses and fees. Okay, this is an example. So next is, what is DBMS? What is DBMS? DBMS means database management system. Is a software used to store, organize and manage data. Okay, DBMS is a database management system, is a software used to store, manage, organize and manage data. For example, like SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL. This is the example. Okay, so next point is, why what is RDBMS? Okay, so what is RDBMS? RDBMS means a relational database management system. Okay, so stores data in a related tables using rows and columns and support relationship through keys. Okay, so RDBMS stores data in a related tables using rows and columns and support relationship through keys. For example, like SQL Server. Okay, SQL Server, Oracle, PostgreSQL and MySQL. Okay, so difference between DBMS and RDBMS. What is the difference? DBMS and RDBMS. What's the difference between these two? DBMS stores data. Okay, RDBMS stores data in related tables. Remember. Next point is, DBMS relationships not mandatory, but RDBMS relationships supported. Okay, next is DBMS less secure. Okay, but RDBMS more secure. Next, DBMS is a small applications, RDBMS enterprise applications. Okay, this is the basic difference. In interview, definitely it will ask. So next we will go why SQL is important. Why SQL is important. We should know why SQL is important. Okay. So SQL helps organization. What it will helps? Store data. Store data. Then retrieve information quickly. Retrieve information quickly. Then analyze business data. Then generate reports. Then support business decisions. Okay. Next, manage millions of records efficiently. Okay. So next question will come, is SQL a programming language? Answer is no. Okay. SQL is a query language, not a general purpose programming language. It is specifically designed to interact with relational databases. Okay. So it is a query language, not a programming language. It is specifically designed to interact with relational databases. So now guys, we'll see some real-time examples. Okay. So real-time examples. So real-time example. Imagine you are working as a data engineer in an e-commerce company, okay, like Amazon or Flipkart. So every day millions of customers register on the website. Okay, search for products, place order, make payments, cancel orders, and write reviews. Okay, so all these informations need to be stored in a database, right? For example, we'll see one table here. I think you can see, right? See, this is the tables like customer table. Okay, customer table, products and order. Okay, so all this information needs to stored in a database. Okay, so suppose your manager asks that show me all customer who purchase laptop. Okay, show me all the customers who purchase laptop. Okay, so SQL helps retrieve this information within a second. Without SQL, finding this information manually among millions of records would be nearly impossible, right? So this is the query. I can show you. This is the query. Okay, so if this situation comes, then you have to write this query like this. Select name from customers where customer ID in. Select customer ID from orders where product is equal to 501. Okay, this is the 501. Okay, this is the query. So like that you have to write the query. So another real-time examples, like see here, another real-time examples. Suppose you work in a hospital. Okay, and database contains like patients, doctors, appointments and bills. Okay, so suppose your hospital manager asks, show all the patients admitted today. Okay, so then you have to write this query. Okay, select star from patients where admission date is equal to get date. So within 1 second SQL return all admitted patient. Okay, got it, right? So one more example we'll see. This one you can see, data engineering example. Okay, so Azure Data Factory loads sales data into SQL Server every day. Okay, SQL Data Factory loads sales data into SQL Server every day. So your manager asks, check whether today's data has been loaded successfully or not. Then you have to write this query. Select from cells where load data is equal to cast get date functions as date. So this is one of the most common real world task for data engineering. Okay, so why real time examples important? Because companies don't use SQL just to write the queries. Okay guys, so they use SQL to solve business. Okay, business problem. So whether it's banking, healthcare, retail, insurance or e-commerce, SQL helps retrieve, update and analyze data quickly for decision making. Okay, so these points are very important. Okay, you should know all. So guys, next we'll see 30 days SQL learning roadmap. Okay, this is the roadmap. So we'll go through it. So day 1, what we learn: introduction to SQL, what is SQL, DBMS, RDBMS, SQL Server installation. I have made already SQL Server installation videos, just go through it. Okay, day 2 is SQL Server architectures. Okay, day 3 is system databases. So these are the key concepts we will cover. Okay, just go through it once. Creating database, creating tables, constraint, insert data, retrieve data, filtering data, sorting data, top and distinct, aggregation functions, group by, having. Okay, then update and delete. Okay, next identity column, SQL operators, SQL join, part 1, part 2, self join, cross join, union and union all, case statement, string functions, date functions, null functions, subqueries, views, stored procedure, indexes, revision plus interview questions plus mini projects. Okay, so end-to-end SQL practice. So we'll cover accordingly. Okay, so that's all for today's session guys. Today we'll learn the fundamental of the topic with the practical examples. Make sure to practice today's concept because SQL becomes easier the more you work with it. Okay, if you practice then only it will be easy for you. So tomorrow we'll continue with the next topic. Okay, so how to install SQL Server, already I have made video, so just go through it once. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching. So if you found this video helpful, please support the channel by giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with your friends and leaving your questions or feedback in the comment sections. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next lesson in our 30 days SQL learning series. So keep learning, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next video. Happy learning guys. Bye.